I'm Jamie Jones, and I'm a member of the worship arts team, and I am an active member in our church's BIPOC group, and my pronouns are she, her.
Buenos dias. I'm Cecily Callahan, your coordinator of community life. Buenos dias. I'm Cecily Callahan, your coordinator of community life. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome to everyone on our online campus, church campus, and please share this live stream with your friends or followers.
We also give a big welcome to everyone on our Alluvial Avenue church campus, and hello to everyone attending at a time of their choice on Facebook or YouTube.
We acknowledge that our Alluvial Avenue church campus sits within the traditional homelands of the Yokuts people, the original and continued caretakers of this land. Please take the time to learn about the Yokuts' history in this valley, which was vibrant, self-sustaining, and environmentally responsible. Long before European colonizers forever altered the Yokuts' centuries-old way of life.
Here at the UU Church of Fresno, we offer a wide embrace to all who feel called to be here. You are welcome here no matter your age, spiritual background, or religious beliefs. Spiritual seekers are welcome here. Here, we all are encouraged to engage in a personally authentic, free, and responsible search for truth and meaning.
You are welcome no matter your race or culture of origin. We welcome you no matter your primary or secondary language. Spanish is appreciated and celebrated here.
Your neurodiversity is welcome here. You are welcome no matter your level of formal education or the amount of money you have. Your disabilities are welcome here.
We welcome you if you are part of the LGBTQIA+ community. You are welcome with or without documentation.
If you are on our online campus and want your joy, sorrow, concern, or gratitude included in today's service, just text it to us at 559-239-6543.
Let's now take a moment, and if you are comfortable doing so, let's say good morning to each other.
Buenos dias. Mi nombre es Timoteo. My name is Tim. My pronouns are he, him, and I serve ever so gratefully as minister of this proudly progressive congregation. You will notice that the band is not here today. Stolen Thunder, world famous in Fresno, and that is because next Sunday is our annual musical potpourri, so they are going to be working their butts off, so we gave them the morning off, but with us is our own music director extraordinaire, Sarah. This morning we are so excited to welcome back the Reverend Kevin Allen Mann, also known as Rev Kev. Rev Kev received his Master's of Divinity and Master's of Arts in Social Change from Star King School for the Ministry in 2016 and graduated with his Bachelor of Arts in Ethnic Studies and Urban Studies and Planning from UC San Diego in 2008. He was ordained by the First Unitarian Church of Oakland up north a bit on October 1st, 2023, so almost your third anniversary. And that day was the first day of both Filipino American and LGBTQ History Months. Rev Kev currently serves as an interfaith chaplain at Sequoia Hospice in the Bay Area and as a consulting minister with the UU Church of the Philippines, where he plans to serve for 2 years from 2028 through 2030. Rev Kev also founded the California statewide chapter of DRUM, Diverse Revolutionary Unitarian Universalist Multicultural Ministries, which hosts local gatherings for Black, Indigenous, people of color UUs. We're excited. Rev Kev is our guest speaker, as well as meeting with our BIPOC group after the service, with lunch being served. Rachel is going to start us off officially.
All right, everyone. So let the peaceful sound of the tingsha take us to that quiet place that holds our hope, our sense of self, and our ability to imagine a more peaceful and loving world.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, or folks with empty hands. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Good morning, UU Church of Fresno. It's a joy and an honor to return here today I was here last in December of last year, and we've been looking forward to returning to the service, so thank you for having me back. So our chalice lighting words this morning come from John Murray, who is co-founder of the Universalist Church in America in 1779. So if you have a candle or chalice with you on our online campus, please bring it close as we'll be lighting it soon. So these words from John Murray, who co-founded Universalism in 1779. He said, "You may possess only a small light, but uncover it. Let it shine. Use it in order to bring more light and understanding to the hearts and the minds of the people. Give them not hell, but hope and courage. Do not push them deeper into theological despair, but preach the kindness and everlasting love of God." So please light your chalice or candle at home as Rachel lights the flame in our Alluvial Avenue chalice. And as our chalice is being lit, we are going to be singing a song of praise, "Where Do We Come From?" Now, this service was inspired by a May trip that I took to Poland on the Polish Brethren Tour. And in Poland, as you'll hear in the sermon, is one of the oldest Unitarian liberal religious communities we have. So imagine singing this song in a 450-year-old Unitarian chapel in Poland. It was Italian Renaissance architecture, so it had a barrel room, and the acoustics were amazing. And when the pilgrims were singing this song, I could imagine the Polish brethren surrounding us. So if you'll join us, rise in body or spirit for the song, "Where Do We Come From?" And thank you for our music leaders this morning.
So this is a little bit of a new one. We're going to divide you in half down the middle. Those that are on the side tie-ties on are going to be number 1, and those that are on the side with me are going to be number 2. So tie-tie's going to sing part 1 for you first. Part 1, you'll join with her once, and then I'll sing part 2 for us, and then we'll sing it together once, and then we're going to sing them all together. Here we go.
Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going?
All right, now part 2. Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. All right, now we're going to do it all together. Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery. Where do we come from? Mystery, mystery, life is a riddle and a mystery.
I invite us to remain standing in the midst of the mystery, and let's join together in the words of our mission. La misión de la Iglesia Unitaria Universalista de Fresno es amar inclusivamente, crecer espiritualmente, servir con gratitud y trabajar por la justicia. The mission of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno is to love inclusively, grow spiritually, serve gratefully, and work for justice. Please be seated. So we are going to sing our young persons off to their spirit explorations with Rachel and our extraordinary team. So let's sing.
We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go, to nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go. We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go, to nurture the spark of your precious life. We hold you in our love as you go.
I invite us on this warming Sunday morning to just take in a gentle breath, imagining together we're breathing in peace, breathing out love. And again, breathing in peace, breathing out love. One more centering breath together. We breathe in peace. We breathe out love. It truly is a gift to be able to take that breath and the next and the next. And we're aware that not everyone in the world was as blessed to live through this past week and now be at the entranceway of another 7 days of exploration. So knowing the gift of the last 7 days, just two simple questions for reflection. In the last week, how were you part of the world's hope and not its fear? Thinking ahead to the days that will unfold, what would you like to do more of in the week ahead? Each week when we gather, we create space just to be who we are, with all of our beauty and all of our broken edges, that complex mixture of experiences and emotions that make up our lives. Some of us stopped at the small table at the entranceway to the sanctuary. Others wrote down and texted us a joy, a sorrow, a concern, or a gratitude. And this is just a sampling of what is alive among us and beyond us on this Sunday morning. Patty P. has a special welcome to 10-day-old Alexander Nathaniel Williams, a first-time visitor, by the way, in Darcy's arms right there. Alexander is beautiful. Oh. He is son of Nathaniel Williams, grandson of Darcy, and great-grandson of Aisha. Jamie is celebrating that Jamie has landed a wonderful job that she enjoys, and she gets weekends off. Woo! And as always, Jamie has some wisdom. 3 cheers for work-life balance. Amen. Oh, a double Jamie. Claire, Laura, Lisa, and I all enjoyed the musical Annie last night. A wonderful treat from Claire. And Michael is currently appearing in that production. Kim Del Pozo, so glad I got to work on 4 members of our church this week as a massage practitioner. With deep gratitude I have for all the sweet souls who allow me to help them. And we have Ola from Manchester, New Hampshire. The Locklings are wishing everyone good health and happiness, and then they gloat. It is raining here today. So love and gloating from the Locklings. And Penske and Jesse James are inviting prayer and care for Penske's mom, Pam, as she struggles through some personal and health issues. And we know and love Pam and hold her in light and love on this day. We also remember those among us, members and friends of this church, who cannot physically be here, but we know that spiritually they are with us as we are with them. We think of Dawn F., Robin C., Barbara C., Paula F., Dominic P., Myrna S., Glenda R., Pat M. We also hold in our thoughts today George B., who was unexpectedly hospitalized yesterday. So please hold George in our thoughts and prayers, as well as his beloved Pat, who is at his side. As we always do, we realize the world is so much bigger than our own immediate concerns, and so we hold in our hearts all the places around this world that do not know peace for any number of reasons, and we especially acknowledge those places that do not know peace because of choices that our government makes. We remember, too, the residents of Gary, Indiana, and throughout Northwest Indiana. 30,000 people still without power, facing their 12th day without electricity after deadly thunderstorms and floods knocked out power to the region. Gary, Indiana was especially hard hit, where 2/3 of the residents live below the poverty line in underserved neighborhoods. I wonder, I don't think it's any accident that they are amongst the last to be receiving their power. And so we hold all those who are so vulnerable on this morning when we can enjoy air conditioning and light. And so for everything we've shared, for everything we're holding in the sacredness of our own hearts, and for all those who have no one to remember them on this morning, nobody to say their names gently or with love, our candle of community burns. By our remembering, may we and they be blessed. We have the necessary and unfortunate tradition of every Sunday lighting our candle of compassion, resistance, and hope, just acknowledging everything that is under attack by our federal government. So into all that has been shared, we bring our call to meditation, Spirit of Life, Fuente de Amor, and Rev Kev is going to tell us just a little bit about what we'll experience.
There are over 3,000 Unitarian Universalists in the Philippines, 25 congregations, and we'll be watching us sing Spirit of Life at the UU Church of Caican, which is a seaside farming village. Climate change is hitting the Philippines really hard, with over 20 to 30 typhoons every year, and this church is having, the seawall is crumbling. And so as we sing Spirit of Life, I want us to remember that people around the world love this song. And this video is from our 2004 trip to the UU Church of the Philippines. And when they just started singing Spirit of Life, I just started crying. And so you'll see my mom, my dad, and my sister in this video, and then we'll sing Spirit of Life together as a community. Thank you.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí, y al corazón cántale tu compasión. Sopla volar, sube en la mar, hasta moldear la justicia de la vida. Arriégame, libérame, puente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí.
In May, earlier this year, my partner Noah and I had the life-changing adventure through the heartlands of the Polish Brethren, the earliest ancestors of modern Unitarianism. This prayer is in their memory. Dear Polish brethren, ancestors, we bless you by many names. We bless you first as radical heretics, from the Greek meaning to choose. For from the very beginnings of our 450-year-old faith, we have been a people of a chosen faith, chosen family, rooted in pluralism and religious freedom. We bless you as Socinians, what most in Europe would have known you by after the prominent Italian theologian Faustus Socinius, who carried early Unitarian radical thinking from northern Italy into 1570 Poland. Your enemies would have called you Arians, which would have been a pejorative term linking early Unitarian thought to Arius, a 4th century Christian priest who rejected the Trinity at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. We bless you as the Minor Reformed Church, what you were known as in Poland, a self-designation from the Major Reformed or Calvinist Church. we bless you. Also as the Rakovians, named after Rakov, the intellectual and spiritual center of Unitarianism, which thrived from 1569 to 1658 and had over 17,000 Unitarians from all over Europe come to your village because of the academy and the printing press. They had a radical printing press at that time, and so 17,000 Unitarians would have flocked to this village called Rakovia that's now less than 1,000 today. We bless you as anti-Trinitarians, more of a descriptive term because you had to know what you were against, as there was no mention of the Trinity in the Bible. And finally, we bless you as Unitarians, which you began using in the early 1600s because you began focusing on the unity of God as opposed to the Trinity. You also emphasized adult baptism because you valued the freedom of individuals to choose their faith. The Polish brethren also carried wooden swords because they were pacifists and refused to fight in the wars of the landlords and the kings around them. The Unitarian egalitarian brotherhood would recognize all people as equal, and many landlords and magnates would have released their serfs and their vassals after converting to Unitarianism in the 1600s. The golden age of the Polish brethren ended in 1658 during the Counter-Reformation, when the enemies of the brethren convinced the Polish state to issue an expulsion for the Polish brethren, who were given 2 years to leave Poland, or be put to death, or be converted to Catholicism, or be put to death as heretics. In the old town of Krakow, Poland, we heard a story of an elderly Unitarian woman who was jailed for refusing to renounce her faith. On the anniversary of her jailing, every year for 10 years, the authorities would come to this elderly Unitarian woman and they asked her if she changed her mind yet. Each time she said no. And after 10 years, she was killed in the public square. As the Polish brethren felled Rakovia, their sanctuary in the 1600s, copies of a sacred book called the Rakovian Catechism, which held all the teachings of the early Unitarians, this book was smuggled in barrels on horseback out of Poland into Transylvania, where it found hold from Bishop Francis David, where we have 125 Unitarian churches to this day in Transylvania. Outside of, after the Polish brethren were expelled, there was also a secret caravan of smuggled barrels of the Rakovian Catechism that went to Amsterdam, where there was another liberal printing press. From there, Unitarian ideas spread to England, from England to America. And so, dear Polish brethren, ancestors, we owe you our chosen faith. We owe you our living tradition and our faith's emphasis on reason, tolerance, and justice. We owe you our pluralism, our religious freedom, for in a time when there were no other options, in a time when it was one way or death, in a time when no one else dared to be different, you dared to challenge the authoritarian of your time. You dared to think different. And for this, we owe you our modern Unitarian Universalist faith. I am a queer, Filipino, ordained Unitarian Universalist minister because of you. Yes, because you knew what you had to do. In times when it was hard or when it felt impossible, you did the hard thing. And we are here because of you. We thank you, we remember you, and we love you. Amen.
This morning's responsive reading is by Robert Weston. It is entitled, The Web of Life. I invite you to read aloud the words that appear in italics. There is a living web that runs through us to all the universe, linking us each with each, and through all life, on to the distant stars. Each knows a little corner of the world and lives as if this were their all. We no more see the farther reaches of the threads than we do see the future, yet they're there. Touch but one thread, no matter which. The thoughtful eye may trace to the distant lands its firm continuing strand, yet lose its filaments as they reach out, but find at least it coming back to them from whom it led. We move as in a fog, unaware of self, but only dimly conscious of the rest, as they are close to us in sight or feeling. New objects loom up high, fade in and out. Then, sometimes as we look on awareness, the fog lifts, and there's a web in shimmering beauty, reaching past all horizons. We catch our breath, stretch out our eager hands, and then it comes the fog again, and we go on, feeling a little foolish, doubting what we had seen. The hands were right, the web is real. Our folly is that we soon forget.
Smiling face, outstretched hand through disputes, small and grand, we will lay down our guns. We are one. In the rage through the war, we have shared pain before. In our grief, when it's done, somos uno, somos uno. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we all die. Where the clear waters run, we are one, we are one. When the light touches land, over sea, over sand, when each day has begun, we are one. When the rock wears away and the tide rolls and sways by the moon, by the sun, somos uno, somos uno. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we all die. Where the clear waters run, we are one, we are one. In the soft of the night, we are learning fight in our hearts. In the drum we are one. In the birth of a child, through the fierce and the mild, in our daughters and our sons, somos uno, somos uno. Where the earth touches sky, we are born, we all die. Where the clear waters run, we are one, we are one.
There is a living web that runs through us to all the universe, linking each with each and through all life on to the distant stars. Good morning, UU Church of Fresno, and I am so excited to be with you this day. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you so much to Reverend Tim. Not behind me anymore. There you go. Thank you, Reverend Tim, for the invitation to preach. Thanks so much to Jamie for being our worship associate. It's great to reconnect with you again. Thanks to Sarah and Tai Tai for your gifts of music, Cecily and Rachel and all the Fresno staff, the tech team. Special thanks to Gail and the homestay volunteers at La Querencia Co-Housing for hosting my partner Noah and I and making an amazing, delicious breakfast. Thank you very much. We feel the full force of love at the center of this community. And I've been telling everyone about UU Church of Fresno since I preached here last December last year. And so our life-saving message of Unitarian Universalism has never felt more relevant for me as a queer person of color and for all of us as progressive people. I want to start off this morning with words from Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Ressa, the Filipino-American journalist and co-founder of Rappler, who said these words in 2021. So how do you stand up to a dictator? By embracing values defined early: honesty, vulnerability, empathy, embracing your fear, believing in the good. You can't do it alone. You have to create a team, Maria says, strengthen your area of influence, and then connect those bright spots and weave a mesh together. Avoid thinking in terms of us against them. Stand in someone else's shoes and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When I first heard these words from Nobel laureate Maria Ressa, I felt them resonating with the best of our UU values: justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, with love at the center. Now, in the UU Church of the Philippines, they use the 7 classic UU principles, but they add an 8th. They add a first principle: there is a God, and God is love. Dios Sagugma, God of love. Now, I've been in relationship with the UU Church of the Philippines since my first pilgrimage there over 20 years ago. And to have a thriving liberal religion in the heart of modern-day Philippines is no easy task. The UU Church of the Philippines is one of the few denominations in the country ordaining women, ordaining LGBTQ folks, teaching our whole lives comprehensive sexuality education. They're developing a growing UU prison ministry and are organizing for environmental justice on the front lines of climate change. Guided by an ever-expanding universal faith that leaves no one behind, that says God's love is for everyone and especially those on the margins. As you heard earlier, I'll be moving to the Philippines at the end of 2027, so from 28 to 2030, to serve a 2-year pilgrimage with the UU Church of the Philippines. We're starting a new UU fellowship in Cebu, in the central part of the Philippines, the second largest city in the Philippines. It's also where my parents came from after leaving the Marcos dictatorship, US-backed dictatorship in the 1970s. My parents left the Philippines, and so we're here. And so the UU Church of the Philippines is growing with 10 emerging fellowships, and we've actually started our UU Cebu back in January. We had 30 members from the San Francisco choir do a pilgrimage to the UU Church of the Philippines in January, and a few of them came to Cebu, and so we've had 7 monthly gatherings of the UU Church of Cebu. Cebu is growing in terms of their LGBT community. They had Pride this year that had over 20,000 people join, and there's not really any other progressive LGBT churches in Cebu, and so we're excited for this project. Now, the moment that I learned about the UU Church of the Philippines was at General Assembly in St. Louis in 2006. I was a young adult in my early 20s, and it was at that General Assembly, the largest gathering of UUs from across the country, where I first learned about DRUM, which is Diverse Revolutionary UU Multicultural Ministries, our People of Color Caucus for the UUA, and that's also the GA that I learned about the UU Church of the Philippines. So it was in that moment that the chalice of my UU faith, the spirit of my Filipino ancestors, and my LGBTQ identity could all find one spiritual home. That was 2006, and I haven't looked back since. And there's the web in shimmering beauty. Now, this sermon draws on the 2001 book, Maglipay Universalist, a history of the Unitarian Universalist of the Philippines, written by Reverend Dr. Fred Muir. The headquarters of the UU Church of the Philippines is located in Dumaguete, which is a seaside college town on the island province of Negros. There's over 3,000 UUs in the Philippines, 24 congregations, 25 congregations, 24 on the island of Negros, 1 in Metro Manila, and 1 that we're starting in Cebu. Reverend Toribio Quimada officially founded the Universalist Church of the Philippines, as it was the Universalist side of our theology that spread like wildfire in 1955 Philippines. Dr. Muir writes about the very moment that Reverend Quimada found the liberal religion he was searching for his whole life. Reverend Muir explains, Reverend Quimada had to make use of whatever religious education resources he could find. In 1951, a new resource arrived by mail in the most out-of-the-ordinary way. Reverend Quimada received a letter wrapped in an old American newspaper from a congregation that was requesting a baptism for the church family. What a surprise it was to find that this American newspaper wrapper had a list of American denominations in the United States. Now, the church he was part of was called the Iglesia Universal de Cristo, and he already had some Universalist leanings, and so he looked at that newspaper, he looked under U, hoping to find Universal. Instead, he found the Universalist Church of Gloucester, Massachusetts. Now, he wrote to this Massachusetts church and eventually was connected to the Universalist Committee, the Service Committee, which helped organize the early Universalist Church. On April 25th, 1955, Reverend Toribio Quimada's 9 Iglesia Universal de Cristo became the first 9 churches of the Universalist Church of the Philippines. All 9 churches converted to Universalism because of Reverend Quimada's leadership and because of the Universalist Church of America's support. In that same year, in 1955, a Japanese Universalist minister, Reverend Toshio Yoshioka, came to Negros and reported back to the Universalist Church in America what he saw. Reverend Yoshioka said, Mr. Kimata and his people were surprised and relieved by the Universalist teaching of universal salvation and the idea of a loving rather than an angry God. It seems to me that they are recapitulating the same experiences of the very early Universalists in America. Touch but one thread, no matter which. Reverend Kimata proclaimed a clear Universalist message. He often would say, God is love. Everybody's going to heaven. Everybody is a child of God, rich or poor, male or female, old or young. God blesses everybody, no exceptions. Everybody's going to heaven. All of us are saved. All of us are worthy. This is the essence of the original Universalist faith. That spirit of that Universalist zeal meant the world to rural Filipinos, working class Filipinos. Often it's a feudal state in the Philippines where people are working off the land for larger landlords. So the concept of universalism, that all of us are saved, that is a radical theology passed down through us through the ages. The Universalist faith, rooted in the God of love, spread quickly on the island of Negros in 1955. Reverend Tribio Kimata would talk to everyday Filipino farmers, fisher folks about the idea of universalism, about justice and equality for all. His daughter, Reverend Rebecca Kimata, recalled her father preaching extemporaneously for hours at the market on topics like universal salvation for all, hell is hatred to your neighbors, heaven is love to them. As the classic universalism saying goes, may we love the hell out of this world. Yes. The very idea of hell creates a system of an elite chosen few, while the sinning masses are condemned. And our theological forebears rejected that idea full force. And they didn't want to live in a world with limited options for rich or poor, saved versus damned. Our theology of universalism frees us from the fear of hell, frees us to focus on the justice needs of here and now. Currently, the UU Church of the Philippines has several active partner churches, and we're always looking for more partner churches. These churches have international relationships, organize regular pilgrimages to the UU Church of the Philippines, and sponsor life-changing educational programs like the Toribio Kimata Scholarship, connecting people through Zoom as well. I know the UU Church of San Mateo is partnered with with one of the churches, Ulay, in the Philippines. They've had a partnership since 2001 and have helped hundreds of Filipinos get into high school and college, because you have to pay for beyond an elementary school education in many places of the Philippines. Somehow our liberal religion has survived 450 years against all odds and now lives on through us. We are the inheritors of some dangerous ideas, my friend. Dangerous ideas about justice, equality, and hope. As John Murray's ship was landing on Thomas Porter's New Jersey shore, there was an American newspaper with church denominations becoming wrapped. All these reasons coming together, those secret barrels of the Rakovian Catechism, getting into Transylvania, getting into Amsterdam. All these moments arrived here today at this moment. And so we must hold the line, and that's why since 1997, Drum has been organizing people of color Unitarian Universalists. And so we're excited to welcome all who identify as Black, Indigenous people of color. We'll be meeting in the youth room, garage room in the back, continuing this vision of our Drum California that was started a few years ago. We've had 14 quarterly retreats for BIPOC UUs, and we meet virtually every first Monday of the month. And so if you're interested, get me your email. You can join our growing listserv, and we are the inheritors of this faith, my friends. And so may we use every ounce that we can to bring more love and justice into this world. May we remember that the bright flame of Unitarian Universalism burns bright from Fresno, California, to Poland, to Transylvania, and to the 7,641 islands in the Philippines. May we remember, yes. May we always remember that we are one global Unitarian Universalist community. May we be reminded that we have a global faith every time we light our chalice. May each of us find our role in the revolution that is already here. The hands were right. The web is real. Our folly is that we so soon forget. Amen, and blessed be. And I'm super excited about our closing song from the brand new UUA hymnal. We're so excited. It was released at General Assembly last year. It's an all virtual hymnal. All the music is written by UU music directors for us, by us. And so, there was the gray hymnal, the teal hymnal, and now we have Sing Out Love. And this is one of my favorite songs from our new hymnal. So I'm excited to sing it with you all today. Thank you for leading us in this.
So I'm going to sing through the first verse and the chorus so you can kind of hear how it goes, and then we'll go back to the first verse and y'all can join me. I am looking for shelter in a friend. We can build a beginning, but I do not know the end. I am scared of breaking when I bend. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. All right, back to verse 1.
And let's rise in body or spirit.
I am looking for shelter in a friend. We can build a beginning, but I do not know the end. I am scared of breaking when I bend. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. There are prayers I don't know how to say, but I still find solace when I close my eyes to pray. What I've lost and what I hope can stay. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. I am full and I am running out. I'm a flooding river and I'm living through the drought. I have firm conviction and my heart is full of doubt. We will carry each other on the way. My God
the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. There are people I have never met. There is something special and I haven't found it yet. There's abundance given freely, taken with no debt. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way.
Please be seated. So our morning offering is in support of the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines, and we will now hear directly from their leadership in the Philippines.
Mabuhay! My name is Reverend Arman Pedro, Church Administrator of the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines. The church was first known as the Universalist Church of the Philippines when it was founded in April 25, 1955 by the late Reverend Torrebio Esquimada, together with 8 other ministers and lay leaders. In 1985, it adopted the Unitarian beliefs and became today as the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines, with its main office located in Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental. The UUCP has currently 25 member congregations with total membership of about 2,500. We are honored today to be chosen by the Reverend Kevin Allan Mann as the beneficiary of the generosity asked today. We are grateful to the members of Unitarian Universalist for opening your doors to us. Your generous donation will surely help our programs.
A warm greetings from the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines. I'm Reverend Jessa Kaday Belimac, a third-generation minister from our family. To enrich my knowledge about our beloved faith, I joined the Unitarian Universalist Ministerial Formation, or UUMF program of the church. After graduation from the program, I decided to be ordained as a minister in April 2022 during our General Assembly. The Ministerial Formation Program was created to train individuals who are interested in church ministry. This program is very important to equip future ministers of the knowledge, skills, and leadership needed in their future ministries. I see the importance of this program, and seeing it continue gives us hope that UUCP will sustain in the years to come and be able to endure any obstacles that may arise. This is the future I envision and hope to achieve. Your generous support will help us realize the vision for the UU Church of the Philippines. Thank you so much.
Once again, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to your ministers, board officers, and everyone who made this possible. May the God of many names blesses you abundantly and keeps you well and safe. Maraming salamat.
In that spirit, let's join together in our words of offering. If not us, then who? If not open hearts, then what? If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not generously, then how? If not us, then who? no somos nosotros, entonces ¿quién? Si no con corazones abiertos, entonces ¿qué? Si no es ahora, entonces ¿cuándo? Si no es aquí, entonces ¿dónde? Si no damos generosamente, entonces ¿cómo? Si no somos nosotros, entonces ¿quién? Our morning offering for the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Philippines will be gratefully received as your circumstances allow. If this is your first or second time with us, just let that basket pass you by. You being with us is your gift this morning.
Hello again, I'm Jamie. As our service draws to a close, hear again these words from John Murray that Rev Kev spoke as he lit our chalice. You may possess only a small light, but uncover it. Let it shine. Use it in order to bring more light and understanding to the hearts and the minds of people. In that spirit, please join us in our chalice extinguishing words.
Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad, o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevamos en el corazón. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts.
As always, Tim, you have a few reminders?
I do, but before those reminders, let's again give our appreciation to our guest speaker, Rev Kev. Rev Kev, you can rock this house anytime you want. So Cecily is our coordinator of community life. If you are newish, or you've been here a while and you want to feel a little reconnected and re-energized, Cecily's your go-to person. Just speak to her either before the service at her welcome table or find her in the courtyard after the service. Speaking of the courtyard, actually we won't be in the courtyard because I imagine it is about 99 degrees right now. So coffee hour will be inside, which means if you're physically able to move some chairs, help bring in some tables, we could use your help as we get reset. Also, we have one lucky person who cannot wait to volunteer today to help dry the dishes in the kitchen. So sometime about halfway through coffee hour, we would love it. Thank you. After the service, as Rev Kev alluded to, our BIPOC group will be meeting in the youth room garage, and lunch will be served, so we hope that you will go, and you'll also hear about an amazing opportunity coming up September 10th,
October.
October 10th, which will be a California BIPOC gathering in Oakland and San Diego. So and if you want to go, we're going to get you there. Also, you may notice along our back walls that the next installment of our UU Church of Fresno art space has been hung by Jim. Thank you so much, Jim Kernan. Some wonderful art there. Coming up on Saturday, I am so psyched to welcome back our African Drum Interactive. It'll be this Saturday from 10 to 11 out in the front of the church. All are welcome. Bring a friend, bring 100. It's going to be lots of fun. Next Sunday will be our Get Involved Opportunity Fair before and after the church. Chance to learn about all the different things happening here. Also, after the service, will be our Unitarian Universalist Fresno Families Lunch. We're going to be giving you updates on children's programming, and Rachel, our Director of Lifelong Learning, will answer any questions you might have. Best of all, we will feed your children and then provide entertainment that does not involve you, so you get some time. Last but not least, we'd like to welcome folks who are here for the first, second, or third time. We do it not to embarrass you, but you could have been anywhere. You chose to be here. So if this is your first, second, or third time, would you be willing to rise just a moment? We won't leave you standing alone for long. Welcome back. Yay, welcome, welcome, awesome, welcome, welcome, welcome. I invite the rest of the congregation to rise with them for Rev Kev's closing words and our sung benediction.
And we close this service with words from Reverend Rebecca Kimada Sienes, who's the daughter of the UUCP founder, Reverend Timibo Kimada. Reverend Rebecca passed away earlier this year, April 10th, and so we honor her with her words. She says, "It is up to the present generation of Universalists to take good care and nurture the growing seed. Being the daughter and a witness to the hard labors of my father in spreading the message of Universalism in the Philippines, I cannot conceive in the remotest corner of my mind that this seed will die. I cannot imagine that the faith my father died so violently defending will be forgotten, unremembered, or neglected in the minds of Unitarians and Universalists in the rest of the world. The Universalists in Southeast Asia are not different from the Universalists in North and South America or Europe and in other countries. May we remember these words this day and always. Amen."
Amen. Let's sing.
Go from here in peace, go with love. Go from here in peace, go with love. Go from here in peace, go with love. In love, go in peace.
Shalom and assalamu alaikum. And if you'd like to say hi to Rev Kev, he will be at the front doors of the church.